Evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. Nice to see some familiar faces I recognize. So today we are going to be talking about growth mindset and mindfulness meditation. My background, I did do a degree in kinesiology, and then when I took my postgraduate course, I did a coaching and wellness postgrad certificate because I thought learning something along those lines would help me throughout my career, especially in cardiac rehab. So this is something that I had learned throughout my time in that program. I thought it's beneficial for everyone maybe to get a little insight too. So we're going to begin with the agenda. So we're just going to be discussing the difference between a growth and a fixed mindset, characteristics of what a growth mindset is, benefits of meditation, specifically for cardiovascular patients, and then I will be leading you through a short guided mindfulness meditation like Megan had mentioned. So to start off, I want everyone to either think to themselves or you can put into the chat box. I have this little feelings wheel here up on the screen. How are you feeling today? So I want you to take a moment to reflect. Again, whether you're putting into the chat box or you maybe want to raise your hand or jot it down, I am fine with that. Journaling is a great way to reflect on your feelings and goals. When getting into a mindset for meditation, this is a very good practice to get into. By incorporating meditation, cardiac rehab patients can actually improve their physical, emotional, and mental health, which create an approach to healing and long-term well-being. So like I had mentioned, you can simply start by jotting them down. Again, if it's not tonight and you want to do this in your own time, you would just start by jotting it down. I have another picture up on the screen. It's called bullet journaling. So there's different ways that you can journal. This is the way that I'm touching on. So to start off, you could always just set a mood, light a candle, maybe get cozy on a couch or in a comfy chair. Maybe you want to dim the lights or play some music that you like. Jotting. So like I have this color wheel here, little notes you can make, maybe how you're feeling, something that happened throughout the day, something that you're reflecting on. Don't be afraid to say the unsayable. So anything that you're thinking, get it out. This is your journal. You don't owe anyone anything. It's for you to write your feelings down. No one's going to look at it. So it's for you. Whatever you're feeling deep down, you can get it out on paper. And you want to set a time and flow. Maybe you want to set a 5-minute period of you just jotting down how you feel or anything that you're reflecting on. Set a timer or look at the clock, right? 5 minutes, write whatever you're feeling, get it out. And then after 5 minutes, you can move on. So remember that journaling is always a safe space. So if anyone again had wanted to, you're more than welcome to participate at any time during this program. I will probably ask some other questions later on as well. So make sure if you want to enter them into the chat or raise your hand, you're more than welcome to, okay? So what's the difference between a growth versus fixed mindset? So we have the two examples up here. A fixed mindset's the belief that abilities are innate and unchangeable. That's someone with a fixed mindset. With a growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and perseverance. So, growth mindset describes a way of viewing challenges and setbacks. People who have a growth mindset believe that even if they struggle with certain skills, their abilities aren't set in stone. So, they think that with work and skills, it can improve over time and you can make changes. Those with the opposite belief that their abilities are what they are and that they won't change have a fixed mindset. So they think that their skills won't improve no matter what or how hard they try. And having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset can affect you right in everyday life at your job, maybe what you do for fun, maybe relationships that you have with others. I know I have worked with a lot of different people throughout the hospital, even my time playing sports. I've been with girls on hockey teams that have a fixed mindset. Maybe we go down in a goal and they get so frustrated, they don't think we can improve. Or we have people that know that they can do better, they work on it if they try hard. So it's really important to have a growth mindset throughout your everyday life. We are going to look at some examples of statements between these two different mindsets in the next slide. So to see how we can compare. So again, with a growth mindset, we choose to see challenges as opportunities, and we're going to brainstorm some responses for the following statements. So the first one I'm going to put up on screen is, I'm not good at this. Does anyone have an idea of maybe what a growth mindset statement could be? Again, you can put into the chat or you can raise your hand and we can call on you. I'll start it off with at least the first one. So, oh yeah, Carol.
Hold on, let me just, I will. Carol, I'm just going to enable your mic, and then you can unmute now if you'd like.
There we go. I think a growth mindset would be, how do I handle this?
Good. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm putting some answers up. How can I handle this? That's a great way to think of that. Awesome, Carol. Thank you. So the other example I had up on screen was I can get better with effort and practice. Carol's point was amazing as well. So just because it's not what I put on screen doesn't mean it's not right, okay? The next one I have is they're smarter than me. So a way that we can maybe turn this into a positive statement. I'll give that one to you guys because I put it on the screen earlier. So I get smarter by learning is another statement that we could change it to make it positive. I give up. What about this one? Something you could change it positive. Oh, Sharon had mentioned I have knowledge to share too. Amazing. I love that. I know sometimes these ones might be a little bit longer to type, and that's okay. Megan's going to phone. I can always try again. That's awesome. So I'm on the right track is another thing that you could say to change it into a positive mindset. Practice makes perfect. Yes, Peter, practice always makes perfect. I love that. What about this is too hard? Something positive, you can change it. A little flip. Something to work towards. Yes, Wendy. Awesome. I love a challenge. Yes, Megan, that's a great one. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Ray, I will unmute you. Go ahead. I think it unmuted you. Oh, maybe not. Oh, so you can unmute yourself now and it should allow you to share your answer. Oh, I still can't hear you.
Just unmute your microphone. We allowed your mic. You just have to click your microphone button. We still can't hear you. Are you able to click your microphone? Usually at the top of your screen, your microphone, if you just click it, then you can unmute yourself. If you see it there, or you can write in the chat if you can't find your microphone button.
I saw other couple comments while we wait to see if he can maybe chat in the box or mute his mic. So break down the skills for me and positive mindset. Awesome. And then I had up on screen, right? So things are hard before they get easy. I think he's typing the chat now, so we'll see that one come up soon. I can do it. Yes, amazing, right? You guys can always do anything if you put your mind to it. Last one, I made the worst mistake. How could we flip this? That's how you learn. Yes, that is how you learn. Awesome. Right? They say something about making mistakes are the best learning opportunities. What a great learning experience. Yes, Mike. Awesome. So mistakes help me learn, right? Very similar. Awesome. I'm very happy with the responses. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's the one I was trying to remember. Thank you, Rob. Yes. So again, a growth mindset. Peter said, I learned from a mistake. Amazing. So you all did a very good job with trying to flip a negative statement into a positive one. So I'm very happy to see that. You want to remember that a growth mindset is reframing from a negative mindset, which we just did here, and taking control of your abilities to get good at something, right? We said practice makes perfect. Maybe you're not going to have a growth mindset in one day, but if we keep trying little things like a tip like this, we can potentially get there. So now we're going to break down the characteristics of a growth mindset. So I have them up on screen here. We're going to go through each one individually. First one I'm going to talk about is embracing challenges. So you're viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. So you you have something that maybe is challenging to you. Like for me today, this presentation maybe is a little bit scary for me. This is the first time I'm presenting it to everyone here. So it's a challenge, but by doing this, maybe I am just affecting one person who's going to try to incorporate growth mindset into their everyday life or meditation, right? That's a little challenge for me, and hope I overcame the obstacle. I'm here presenting to you all. Persistence, very important. Showing resilience in the face of setbacks and staying committed to your goals. So even if you hit that little bump in the road, you're still going to try to achieve it. Celebrating effort, valuing effort and perseverance over just final outcomes. So maybe I didn't get the greatest grade on my quiz. I went and I wrote the test after it, and then I did better, right? Because I was trying, I studied more, I did a bit harder. Same thing with your goals, right? Maybe you didn't hit 150 minutes of exercise this week. You're going to try to do it next week, and you're going to try again the week after if you still don't do it, right? So, but you're going to celebrate that you did try. I always say to my patients, as long as you're trying, I'm going to be happy, right? Because there's a lot of people that just don't try. You are all here in the program. You're trying to do better things for yourself, and you should all be very proud of yourselves that you are here trying to do that for yourselves. Learning from feedback is another great one. So, seeing feedback as constructive and using it to improve, right? Not getting offended if maybe you get feedback from someone. Feedback is there to improve you, make you better, and it's important if you look at it as a positive rather than a negative. With curiosity, you want to make sure that you're asking questions. So, using your mistakes and failures as learning opportunities, listening to yourself. I recently had started at this job, so asking my peers for feedback, for questions when I had a question. It's beneficial to me because I want to become a better therapist, and they have all helped me a lot. So it's nice to hear feedback and have my questions answered from other therapists who have been here for longer than I have and have that knowledge. Being inspired by others' success is very important. You want to find inspiration in the success of others instead of feeling threatened, right? If you have a friend maybe that did something better than you, or they accomplished something before you did, you want to be proud of them and continue that, right? I saw Mandish said, keep trying until you succeed. Very important statement, right? Everyone knows. We said, keep trying and trying, eventually you will succeed. So I see a lot of positive mindsets in this group tonight, and I'm really happy about all these comments that you guys have been putting into the chat. So by having a growth mindset and trying to accomplish goals, it can be useful to link it to our SMART goals, which we've talked about before in our program. So I've put the SMART goals up on screen here. So to break them down, SMART is the acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So if you are using paper exercise diaries, if you're in person in class, this is what you would see on the back of your diaries. And we do encourage you to use them, maybe not every week, but if you have a goal that comes across your mind, you can use it here, right? So being specific, I had mentioned maybe hitting that 150 minutes to 300 minutes of cardiovascular exercise each week. So that could be your specific goal. Measurable, right? How are you going to measure that? Probably by tracking it in your diary, by measuring how many times, right? How many minutes you're going out if you're doing your walks. Maybe you're going on 30-minute walks and you're trying to measure that. Is it achievable, right? We want to make sure that we are trying to pick goals that are actually achievable. It's very important to do that because maybe if you're setting something too big that you can achieve, you might get down on yourself. So it's better to start small and then increase your way up. Relevant, you want to make sure that the goal is relevant to you, right? If your goal is to increase your minutes of exercise, you want to make sure that you're focusing on that. Maybe not just picking a random goal like trying to eat better or trying to find something that actually fits to what your goals and interests are. Because if you're interested in actually achieving the goal, then you're going to want to do it more. And timely, of course, you want to set a time frame for yourself. If you want to increase those exercise minutes, maybe within the next couple of weeks, right? So you give yourself a little bit of time to actually achieve that goal. So you can use the SMART goals and the growth mindset, linking it together to give yourself a positive outlook on trying to achieve your goals. And I know if you are in virtual class, you can either, if you're emailing back and forth the diaries to your therapist, they're on the back there as well. If you're using the app and you just have the questions maybe for your therapist, reach out. Because I don't believe they're on the app, but always reach out to your therapist if you have questions about how to use these SMART goals. We can email you a copy over of our diary so you can have that in the back of your head. So now that we've touched on how we can actually incorporate SMART goals, I want to invite someone, if you want to volunteer, either on camera, virtually, microphone helps, or if you want to just keep your thoughts in your head while I'm doing this with someone, you can journal them down on a piece of paper. So if anyone wants to volunteer, you can raise your hand, and we're going to go over these bullet points on the screen. If not, I can try to make one, and then we can talk about it, okay?
You want to use me?
Yeah, you know what? We'll use Megan.
Okay, now I
This is
gotta
great.
think of a goal. Okay.
You can think of either anything from work,
Okay.
daily life. There's an exercise goal.
Okay, I have a goal to get all of my Christmas shopping done by the end of next week.
That's a
my
great
goal.
goal. Okay. So, what strength can you use to get there to achieve this goal?
I'm usually very organized. I'm good at like lists. I know who I need to buy for. And I'm really good at shopping. So I probably can, those are my strengths that I will use to get
Awesome.
towards the
So, you
goal.
know that you're organized. You're good at shopping, right? You like to get the job done. So those are very important strengths, right? You guys can focus on structure. Maybe if your goal, you want to focus on the environment you're in. Do you have family or friends that can help you achieve a goal? So, Megan, what skills do you need to maybe practice? I know it's a little bit harder with shopping. Or
Maybe it's with like budgeting. Maybe I need to work on like budgeting to make sure that I can get everyone's Christmas gifts that I need to get within the budget that I've set for myself. So I may need to do a little bit of work around, setting my budget and then figuring out who needs what gifts. So
awesome.
within so I think that's what I kind of want to work on is practicing on the budgeting.
Awesome. Great. And then what barriers do you think you could face with your shopping?
Probably just like busyness, like
Mhm.
just making sure that I have enough time to get it all done. I think that's usually a big barrier. That would probably be my biggest barrier is just, the time, because I have a busy week with lots of other commitments. So do I have the time to commit to it, or do I maybe need to change my goal because I don't have enough time? We'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Megan. That was awesome. Idri had mentioned in the chat box being consistent with exercising. So that could be a goal of hers, right? So then what strengths can you use to get there? Could she use her, again, I had mentioned family, friends, environment. Do you have maybe friends or family that can help you remind you, okay, let's do our exercise today or this week, right? What skills do you need to learn? Maybe, like Megan had mentioned, maybe you need to work on your time management, right? Or is there a certain exercise that you want to improve on that you're trying to incorporate into your exercising? What barriers could you face? Maybe if you're not consistent, right? That could be the barrier that maybe sometimes things get in the way and you let that take over, but maybe you can overcome that. And even if you let something get in the way, you'll still find the time to be consistent with your exercising. Abdul had said, focus on thoughts of success, right? Trying to have that growth positive mindset that you are going to accomplish your goal. Awesome. So the benefits of mindful meditation. Meditation not only helps your heart work more efficiently, but it actually can also boost your mood and encourage you to continue heart healthy habits such as eating right, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly. So the first benefit is lower blood pressure. So it's actually been proven that regular meditation lowers blood pressure by enhancing blood flow and relaxing your arteries. This is particularly crucial for heart patients who frequently suffer from high blood pressure. Meditation techniques significantly also improve depression and reduced heart rate, systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and heart rate in cardiac patients compared to other methods of relaxation. So we can see meditation is a great resource to use. Your overall cardiovascular health and improved heart rate variability are also affected in a positive way. So heart rate variability, which is also known as HRV, are improved by meditation. HRV reflects how quickly your heart makes small changes in the time intervals between each heartbeat, right? So when our heart is opening and closing, when those arteries are pumping blood to our heart. Meditation enhances HRV by balancing the nervous system, which improves the heart ability to adapt to stress and recover from strain. A healthy heart's indicated by a high HRV. So there's actually a study in 2013 that found low HRV is associated with 32 to 45% increased risk of heart attack or stroke among people with cardiovascular disease. So that is a huge percentage there that it could possibly lead you towards heart attack or stroke. So meditation is another positive benefit. Overall improved performance, meditation fosters self-awareness and discipline, helps people make smarter choices such as sticking to dietary plans, exercise routines, and medication schedules. We all know that meditation is just bound to reduce your stress. I think that's known to everyone. Stress is also a key risk factor for heart disease, and meditation helps to reduce it. There's increased cortisol and adrenaline levels brought on by stress, and this can have damaging effects on cardiovascular health. Rehab patients can better control their emotional triggers by engaging in techniques like mindfulness, deep breathing, or guided meditation, like I'm going to be doing with you today, which reduce heart rate and encourage calmness. Lastly, your quality of sleep is improved. So, by decreasing insomnia and promoting deep sleep, meditation can help people sleep better. Improved sleep promotes healing and aids in blood pressure and blood sugar regulation as well. So journaling before bed, meditation, relaxing music, maybe dimming the lights, putting a candle on, right? Setting that mood. We talked about before going to bed. So proper habits before sleep can also link with your meditation before bed. So now that we are getting close to the end of our session, I'm going to join and want to invite you to join me for a 5-minute meditation session. So meditation involves sitting comfortably with closed eyes and focusing on your breathing, a mental image or repetition of a single positive or word or phrase. So the goal is to keep your mind focused on the present and away from stressful or distracting thoughts. As your mind becomes calm, so does your body. So for your first time, if this is your first time ever doing it, it may be a little weird for you. Maybe your thoughts are going all over the place. That's how I am. My brain's always going at 100 miles an hour. So we're going to try to practice this today. There are YouTube videos and podcasts, or there's apps like Headspace that can be used if you want to maybe start incorporating meditation into your routine. Headspace is a great app to slowly work in. We're only going to do 5 minutes today just because that's a better starting point if you've never done it before. The longer you go, the harder it typically is. So we're going to start at 5 minutes today. I want to note that it's important that that sitting and being still isn't the only way to practice meditation, right? So there's mind-body activities like yoga and Tai Chi that are similar to meditation in that they emphasize slow movements, control breathing, and mental focus. I know I had a couple of patients in the past that actually do participate in Tai Chi or other type of movements like that. So being aware of that as well. So we're going to begin our 5-minute guided meditation. I would like everyone to preferably be in a chair. If you're lying down, that actually takes away sometimes from your meditation and it can interfere. So sitting on a chair, feet planted on the floor. You may not hear me talk at some points. That doesn't mean I lost connection. That means I want you to sit there with your thoughts. You can keep your cameras on or off, whatever you guys like. I will keep mine on, of course, for the time being. And again, trying to close our eyes. If you want, you can leave them open if you wish, but taking some deep breaths, calming ourselves, and I will start to begin with our meditation, okay? So I wanted to welcome you to this 5-minute relaxation meditation. To begin, I would like to invite you to find a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair, on the floor, or wherever you feel comfortable. Again, I would like to suggest that you're not lying down as it can interfere with the meditation. If you haven't already, you can now begin to gently close your eyes whenever you are ready to begin. We're going to start by taking a few deep breaths through our nose and slowly exhaling through your mouth. Inhale again through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. So we're allowing our bodies to start relaxing. One more deep breath in. And slowly exhaling through your mouth. I would like to bring attention to your feet. Notice any tension or discomfort in your toes, arches, and heels with each breath. Imagine a wave of relaxation washing over your feet, releasing all the tension and stress you may feel. Feel your feet becoming loose, warm, and completely relaxed. I want you to shift your focus to your calves and thighs. Feel the weight of your legs sinking into the support beneath you. Picture the muscle in your legs becoming soft and relaxed, as if they are melting into a state of comfort and ease. You can take a few deep breaths in and out. You can now bring awareness to your lower back and abdomen. If there's any tightness or tension in this area, breathe into it and visualize the muscles loosening with each exhale. Feel your lower body becoming lighter and more at ease. Next, you can move your attention to your hands and arms. Notice any sensations in your fingers, palms, and forearms. Imagine a gentle breeze passing over your hands, carrying away any remaining tension. Feel your hands and arms becoming heavy and relaxed. You can now bring awareness to your chest and upper back. Take a deep breath in, expanding your chest, and then exhale slowly, releasing any tightness or stress in this area. Allow your breathing to become calm and natural, bringing a sense of peace to your heart and lungs. Try to feel the beating of your heart as it works so hard to keep you going. Finally, focus on your neck, shoulders, and face. These areas often hold a lot of tension. With each breath, let go of any tightness in your neck and shoulders, allowing them to drop and relax. Soften your facial muscles, letting go of any expression, and feel your entire body settling into a state of relaxation. Take a moment to enjoy this feeling of complete relaxation throughout your body. Notice how calm and peaceful you feel. When you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes and take a few more deep breaths, carrying a sense of relaxation with you as you continue with the rest of your evening. I start to see a couple faces coming back. Awesome. I did want to thank everyone for joining me in this progressive relaxation and meditation. I hope you all learned something new today. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Thank you again for joining.